Okay, we moved up here to the top of the map. Questlines. Beast, construct, fey, fiend, humanoid, and undead. Those are what we're looking for. Saying Grand Tour doesn't do anything. Like there's 3 different Grand Tour maps and 2 different storyline arcs. So where's it at? Up Wilderness? Okay, I'll go look in a minute. Let me get these updated. Is it a variant or is it an actual? Or is it an actual free play? Free play. Why do I not remember that name at all? Let's do 2 of these again. Yeah, I'll find it, folks. Now that I know the rough direction, I just can't, until I'm done leveling up here, I can't go look at the map. I can't go look at a map. Trying to make sure this is set up so I can just AFK for a hot minute. Okay, come on. Okay. There it is. There it is. Okay. Marks are wild. Beast, construct, fey, fiend, humanoid, undead, yeah. Oh. Undead is a single boss. That's not great. We want waves, not bosses. Because if we got to kill 1,000, you don't want to have to cycle 1,000 bosses. But we're close. Construct also is a boss only, so Orcs Are Wild is. Because what I want is something that you just loop through. You could. I mean, yeah. It's passable. Yeah. But constructs are bosses, and undead are bosses. So it's not the most ideal situation. Heat Wave is in Avernus, right? Or no? Wait. Oh, it's in the Underdark. No, it's in the Candlekeep. It's the Candlekeep arc. Okay. Beast. Construct does have a wave. There is a wave, a single wave of constructs, but at least it's a wave and not a boss. Fays are waves, fiends are waves, humanoids are waves, and undead are waves. So heat wave is the ones that's going to have waves. There is only a single wave of constructs, but that already should put it higher up the list. Yeah. Basically means there's an area where there are waves of constructs. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's way better. Yeah, but it looks like based off that list you posted in the Discord, they're counting bosses. They're not differentiating. They're not just looking for waves. So it's less than optimal for trying to grind patron challenges. It would be more useful if they were just looking at a total that is just counting waves. Because it's very rare that you just need to kill like 20 of something or 100 of something. I mean, they're there, like, but it's like here 2,500 fiends, 5,000 beasts. 2,500 is the smallest amount. I don't want to have to do. I don't want to have to cycle through. If there's only one boss, I'm going to have to cycle through 50 areas 2,500 times to passively get that. Right? That's kind of what I'm. That's what we want to stay away from. So I feel like Heatwave in Sword Coast, Heatwave is probably the best. There were definitely more there. Yeah, let me go look at. Hold on, let me level these up, just because it bothers me if I don't. It bothers me if I don't level them all up. Okay. If you're manually doing your challenges, you can just park yourself on a level and kill a boss over and over again. But that's not what I'm looking for. I can look if I'm manually doing challenges, I do Mad Wizard and then I do Terror in the Dark and I'm done. But that's not. I want something I can just AFK in the background and not pay attention to, right? So let me check some of these other places. So next would be. Oof. The next is Baldur's Gate. Wow. So yeah, it takes a while. Nothing in Tomb or Waterdeep. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But yeah, early on, that would be it. Let me see what's going on in Baldur's Gate. 15 waves of beasts, 2 waves of constructs. So there's an improvement there. Fae is a boss. Okay, so that one doesn't work. What about the next one? I think I hate this one. I think I hate this one. I don't think I want to do this one. I don't think we would want to do this one, but let me see. 3 beasts, 1 wave of constructs. Already in the garbage because I hate the boss on dealing with the boss on that one. Into the fire. Let's see. No, bosses. Bosses. Okay, so nothing good in Baldur's Gate. Icewind Dale. Let's see. Ooh, all the way towards the end. Okay. Only 1 wave of beasts. So that's just the reverse of the problem we have. Okay. Wild Beyond the Witch Body. Oh, where's the... They did the wiki didn't update this. Okay. Never mind. Can't check that one. Looks like it looks like Undead's gonna be a boss, is what I look like at the percentage of this. for that one. Let me see. There's another wild beyond the witchlight, right? There is. Let's see if they've got the data for this one. They do. 4, Fae. Oh, dang it. Fiends. 1 boss. Ah. Ah. All right, Light of Xerxes. They don't have any of the data for Light of Xerxes. The wiki has not updated things. The wiki is not up to date. Let me go to Turn of Fortune's Wheel. 4. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Turn of Fortune's Wheel, the beginning is the end, is actually solid. It's actually got multiple waves of every type. Oh no. Oh no. That's the worst answer. The absolute worst answer. That's not what I wanted to get. I did not want that to be the answer. Why does Turn of Fortune's Wheel have to be the place? Wiki's not updated. Turn of Fortune's Wheel, the beginning is the end. Is actually super. It actually has the things. Now the question is, what I didn't look at is it does have armor in it. But if you're cycling like to 49 or yeah, if you're just cycling to 49, your damage is the damage calculations, like for me in the background and stuff, are going to be fine. Shouldn't slow down your run at all. Shouldn't. Early Adventure, there's all those types in one. Monkey House, it's so that you can just park a patron party in one place and get all of the things you need to kill for patron challenges. I know I do Mad Wizard for everything other than dead, and then I do Terror in the Dark. Terror in the Dark's in the same adventure now. But what I'm saying is if I wanted to get rid of that, if I just wanted to be as lazy as possible, Turn of Fortune's Wheel, the beginning is the end. There you go. There you go. Oh, wow. Now, that does mean you're going to have some favor there, folks. And guess what's hard to come by in Turn of Fortune's Wheel? But for endgame laziness, it's got you covered for the moment. There were a couple other potential options, and then the wiki isn't updated to show me the data from it correctly. I don't know, Aggie Jess. You're always losing some time when it has to calculate the reset. It feels like. But I haven't done that testing. I am not the person that tests background progress stuff. Maybe one day. I'll figure that out. But so many other things I'd rather know and try to figure out with my time currently. So it's one of those things where I hope other people go figure that stuff out, so I can just listen to them and refer to them as the expert and not have to do it myself. I do too many things already. All right, we leveled up our Modron core. We got to go pipe it out. I still get disappointed when I don't. Oh, I got a natural shiny. Hey, we found 10 pieces of shiny. It's too bad it's on Archon. But hey, natural shiny. Right, here's another epic. Oh, we got a feat! Or Kira's elemental fire? Yes, please. Jamila's ultimate damage. Great. That's what I needed. And we found 10 feats. Awesome. Super happy. Oh, that's not that kind of achievement. Alright, so Archon, you bastard. Oh, and it's for his gold find. We don't even need him for this anymore. But God, that would have been great back when we were actually using Archon in a gold farming formation. Jamila got ultimate damage, which is where she got her shiny before. Oh, we have some of the worst shiny placement. I swear. I swear. Nope. None of it landed on their speed item. Thinking players champions have all up equipment. I'm correct. The only personal event chest is to help find shinies, and item levels are a bonus. So here's the thing. For me with bounty contracts, I guess it depends on how many bounty contracts you're like. What are you doing? There's a couple different levels of end game play, right? Like end game to me means you've done all the content in the game, all the base adventures and variants, and all the patron variants, all of them. To me, that's end game, where you're just doing trials and gem farming continuously. So late game, end game. Late game, you're doing the tiered content in events. Not so much for the chests. I mean, hey, take the chests, but you've probably already got. If you're a late game, you're probably already full epic. So you're getting some more item levels. There is a chance at a shiny out of those chests. And then your bounty contracts, generally, like for me, I dump all of my bounty contracts in an event on the newest champion. Because I burn all my bounty contracts every event. I open 3,000 gold chests per event, like fixed. Anything else I get outside of that gold chest is extra. So I'm getting a roughly equivalent amount of bounty contracts every event. I put that all into the newest champion. That tends to get them up to around, average item level 250 or better. Diana got even better. I don't know how on my main account, how she got so high, but I either got really lucky with my rolls or something. Or the fact that, well, she has efficient itemization because 2 of her items cap. So the other 4 get much higher item levels, right? But it's still, her average number got real high this time around. So I dump all of those into that, and then I use blacksmithing contracts to raise everybody's floor up, right? But usually the bounty contracts are to get the newest champion to the floor or above. Now, along the way, yes. Is that potentially giving you a chance at shinies? Yes. In the end game, where people are really they're just gem farming. They're doing trials and they're gem farming. And when new content drops, they do it. Right? People are farming bounty contracts, like farming gems to get bounty contracts. And they're burning bounty contracts. They have so many that they burn enough that the whole point is chasing shinies for that event champion. So like Diana, they'll burn contracts until they get fully gilded on Diana. And then they'll take the rest of their contracts and they'll move on to the next champion in the event. And they'll fully gild all the champions in an event, all like 5 or 6 if they did the supporter slot. They'll fully gild them all, which is ridiculous to me. But that's the amount of contracts that they're generating. That they can do that. That is their end game goal, is to basically fully gild all the champions as they appear in events. It's wild. Instead of, like, I think the old way to do it before was time gate. like trying to do time gates to 2,000 so you get the maximum number of silvers and just doing them over and over again. Events have given people a more efficient way to get fully gilded when you're at end game. So that's what people are doing. Now, what happens when they get all of their champions fully gilded? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be ridiculous. You can have shiny. Yeah, you can be gilded on all 6 items. It can be shiny or golden. Shiny or golden. But there's no way to just. The only thing you can get out of opening chests is a shiny. Currently. Goldens are the things that they're the sweeteners for spending cash. There's a couple in patron shops, and they add them to. There's a couple every Thayan Enclave opening. Like every emergence event, there's a couple. So yeah, the hunting, the really like hunting shinies is end game, because there's really nothing else for you to do at that point, right? You've got your Briv. That's like these are like the 9 jump Briv and beyond people, right? That are doing all those bounty contracts. But at end game, you got nothing else to do, right? Until they add more content. Because trials is time gated. You can only do 1 trial a week. So it's not like you can farm scales. So all you can farm in the game currently is gems. Which is why I've been like, it would be neat to have something else you could farm. Like a true end game kind of grind. That isn't just gems, because that's getting ridiculous. We got an ad break popping up, folks. It says it's going to start. It hasn't started. Oh, we beat our pity timer. Look at that. Okay, I'll take it. Didn't get a speed potion. But Minsk is now 5 for 6 on epics. Tying Celeste. Who will be full epic first? Oh, Arkira does want that beat. Excuse me. One of the people that play raid with us again. I don't know when I'll be able to play raid after tonight. So I've gotten a lot of progress towards the new unlockable champion, including that epic, like the epic in the chase. So I don't necessarily have to get all of the rares. I should still be able to get Wixwell. He's kind of a big deal. He's kind of a big deal. I'm like frantically trying to get as much done as possible. Just in case. $400. We're gonna run out of speed here. I don't have any 5 minutes. That would be a nice addition here. Yeah, so we're almost out of medium speeds. So we can do like one more of these with medium speed, and then all the rest we're going to have to burn these larges for. I'm now out of gems and chests to open. I am not comfortable popping patron chests. We've opened some when we've gotten them as rewards, but I don't really want to buy them. I want to buy them. Not just yet. Curious. I'll have this soon, but I don't care. It's stuff that I care about. This is way far away. That's I'm gonna variant. It'll give me an Alindra chest. I don't have Alindra, so I don't care. Like 48 champions, I'm not there yet. I don't have it on its own. 60 perks for Strahd. Well, we'll end up with this once we do variants. This will get done for variants. This will get done for variants. This will get done for variants. That's when, yeah, once we get through these and we're doing variants, all of these are going to get knocked out super fast. Anything that actually has chests associated with it? 10 familiars. Well, screw you, game. All of these are useless for me at the moment. How much currency do we actually have for Thay and Enclave? 11,750. Nice. You're going to get like, what is it, something like 30, 40,000 currency during the event, something around there. If I remember correctly. Somewhere around there. I'm able to grab some stuff, but not everything. I mean, I would love the red panda skin, of course, but I don't have the champion, so it doesn't grant me the champion. So getting a skin for a champion and a chest for a champion that I don't own is not something I care about. Not something I feel like the need to work towards. Is it over 60? I don't. I see. This is the problem. I don't remember. It's been so long since we've had. It's been so long. It's been 78 years. Hold on. I made a guide once. What to tell us? Nothing. Yeah, this was a bad guide. Well, it was the first guide for the first emergence event. It wasn't, it wasn't great. It doesn't tell us the max. I don't see a max number of gems you can get anywhere. Garwar, why did you leave that out? Garwar. Hold on, it's 70,000. I was way off. It's 35,000 from, or at least one of these was 70,000. It was 35,000 from kills, and another 35,000 from the daily quest. Oh wait, this is the one that was. This was the one that was. This was the long one, so it's gonna be less than that. God dang it! Why are they doing this to me? Hold on, let me see if I can reverse engineer the math here. It should be, I think what it should be, if it's a 9-day event, it should be 22,500 from kills and 22,500 from quests, which would put it at 45,000. It depends on the length of the event. Because I think what you can earn is 2,500 a day from kills and 2,500 a day from the quest. I think that's the way it works. Look again. I mean, that's the math on this. If I'm doing the math per day. That was the Modron emergence event, and now I'm like, well... if I can find information. Okay, here we go. Here's more information. No, because like when it first came out, it was 2,000 a day. Okay, so let me find the most recent one. That would tell us more, right? Here's a better idea of where we're at now. Oh, and they didn't even. Oh, you. How dare you? They had much better blog posts before. That one's unhelpful. Unhelpful. Wow, they have had varying amounts. They've been messing with the amounts over time. So I don't think I'm comfortable saying any amount. Yeah, because one of the events it was 3,500 a day, and 3,500 per quest. I don't know, folks. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Just gonna have to wait and see how much we get per day in total and per quest, because that's going to determine it. Wow, that's. I didn't realize they were that far, like that much different from event to event. And the two most recent events, they didn't have blog posts outlining how much you could get. They just put the costs of the things you could buy in them. The answer is I'm wearing the shirt. It says it right there. Semper dependent. It depends. It always depends. Yeah, that's the answer of the day, apparently. We are real. We're gonna do a click damage 5 minutes because we're only 30 areas off and it ran out. Which champions contribute the best, most gold find for dirty gold finding? Or dirty gold farming? I don't know. What you tell me? What are your best champions? Here's the thing: is a lot of the gold find champions have items that support their gold find, so it's going to vary from person to person. I haven't gone through and just looked at like potential like values at all. But what you're looking for is champions who contribute the highest base boost to gold find, not on hit, then they drop more gold, but just straight up boost to straight gold find on an enemy death, so that you can instantly kill with a fire breath potion. That's the way I see dirty gold farming. Not waiting around, not building anything up. You don't want things that boost over time or based on the number of attacks. Well, you can have number of attacks, but you don't factor that in. Yeah. And then like with someone like Penelope, it's like, did you try to build her up, or are you just accepting what's natural? The Dobbs the same way. Like Dobb has a build up. Like, did you got like who do you want to run with? Yeah. I think one day I'm gonna have to wait. Do I have this on my to-do list? I think I do, right? Yeah. I have at the top of the to-do list in the future for new guides after we get done reworking some of this other stuff is a gold farming guide. So at that point I will, sit down and try to figure I will sit down and try to figure out like, hey, I'll list off like here's the champions in each slot that contribute this, and here's the kind of values that they produce, and then people can pick for themselves. Well, Black Widow, I think the idea is that if you pick that specialization, like it's designed so that the restriction doesn't allow them, so that you can use his specialization to bring them in. It's one of those, hey, how does Mahen work? Oh, guess what? Right? But, tier 4, that wasn't going to be helpful to me. Frida and Avalar don't provide the kind of damage I needed to finish tier 4. But could have used them lower. Could have used them at a lower one. I still need to do a test on if you're dirty farming on the way to your wall and at your wall. How much does Azaka farming a 40 pilfer stack change? Like, is it still a massive jump? Because it used to get me a jump of anywhere from like E08 to E12 favor boost. But I think with dirty gold farming, it's going to reduce that. I mean, you're still going to go up higher, I feel. But how much? I don't know. I don't know. If you're looking for more contributors, problem with that is then I've got to sit down and figure out. Yeah, if we come over to champions and I filter by bench seat, no one? Bruner would only be at a high level with if you were using Regis. Regis has gold fine. Dinar's requires a crowd control effect, like it's an on-hit effect, so that's not great. Oh, is there a gold? See, I haven't used all of this. Nice. Okay, hold on. Dahani is an on-hit effect, so we don't want that. Dinar is an on-hit effect. You're either going Merowyn or Regis, but Merowyn's biggest boost is when you're not killing things. She's better for Azaka, but she can she very well might be. Like you would want to compare Regis to Merowyn if you have both. Omen is the biggest hitter here. Obviously, gear could make a difference, but Omen is generally the biggest hitter. If it's a stretched formation, like a really long, lots of columns formation, Mehen might overwhelm Omen, but that's real situational. This is usually Jarlaxle if there's a lot of if there's Drow and Rogue in the party. He's got the largest base one. Obviously, if you're using like a super mega Artemis and you've got a super mega Stokey, you could positionally observe the gold find effect. There's situations where the people have used like Stokey and like that, and Ishi with a certain thing, and Palton, but Jarlaxle is usually the go-to. Yeah. Slot 5, I use Avandra a lot. But Valentine, if you have positional stuff, lots of positionals in your party, Valentine, you want to check between Avandra and Valentine usually. Keelix requires a crowd control effect. I can't remember certainties, I'll be honest. Krull is an on-hit. I tend to sometimes have him in my party anyway. Dungeon Master is only if Uni's out, I think. You could set it that way, but it's kind of a weak seat for this type of gem farming. Egbert is usually my go-to here. Jim is not. I don't think Jim's worth it. Freely's an on-hit effect. Vin Ursa is off of favored foes, so maybe. Gozrix is okay, but I tend to find that Egbert is the one I use. I shouldn't say he's the biggest, but he's the one that I use. Beelan Grim is an on-hit effect. Makos is only if they kill. Morgaine actually takes your gold. She doesn't give any. So this slot is garbage. Eliwix is completely random. Astarians is enormous. You want Astarians. Rust is pretty solid, but actually what isn't listed here, if you're using Astarian, what you want to do is use Dark Urge. You want to use Dark Urge. Because Dark Urge will double Astarian's value. He's the biggest boost you can give to Astarian. It might be. You need to look. I mean, compare with Rust. But usually it depends on the value of your Astarian. If doubling Astarion is bigger, you use the Dark Urge. If adding Rust is bigger, you use Rust. And then here, also there's a Rust interaction with Merowyn if you're using Merowyn, so keep that in mind. Here, Penelope can ramp up super huge, but you'd have to stack it that way. Dob can ramp up super huge. He has to be in. Zaka's got a decent gold find. Vi is the Crystal Sphere, so that's a non-starter. There's a quick rundown. But yeah, you want things that are just contributing immediately.